Their days begin before the sun comes up and extend well past the time it sets. The temperature out here in the Mojave Desert hovers around 120 degrees.
Doesn't matter whether it's dry or not, it's still 122 degrees.
It's tough.
The training rigorous, the conditions austere, the mission ahead in Iraq dangerous.
I mean, obviously anybody who tells you that they're not nervous is, not telling you the truth.
But as I learned firsthand, the Marine reservists of Garden City, Long Island and Albany are up to the task.
It's why I joined. I always want to be part of something bigger than myself.
It's that kind of selfless sacrifice which pulls them through. For 3 months, your hometown citizen warriors training hard at the Marine Corps Combat Center in 29 Palms, California, living in a nearly uninhabitable desert environment, housing crewed, initially in these World War II-style Quonset huts. The insides are not much to write home about. The first thing I can tell you about the inside of a Quonset hut, it's hot in here too. There's no air conditioning. You're lucky if you have a fan. But you can see they have a row of cots here. This is where the Marines sleep. And in this Quonset hut, all the gear that is lined up on the side, the sea bags, that's because the Marines that live here are out in the field. And if you think this is crude, wait until you see this. The living conditions out in the field in what's called a forward operating base are even more sparse. You can see they set up tents right out here in the middle of the desert. Inside, they have their cots lifted up as they're getting ready to move out, but you'll note that the floor is nothing but dirt and sand, rock and stone. In some cases, some Marines don't even have it that good. Let me take you over here and show you that some of the Marines are not afforded the tent. They may even have to set up some cots out in the open with some camo netting over top of them. Yet, these Marines, more accustomed to the comforts of civilian life, improvise, overcome, and adapt.
I'm surrounded by the best Americans, young men, that our country has to offer.
Americans like Sergeant Azriel Peskowitz of Kew Gardens.
Well, I grew up in Queens, nice Jewish boy, nice Jewish neighborhood. Midway through college, I decided to follow my childhood dream and actually enlist in the Marine Corps. I'd wanted to be a Marine since I was a little kid. Many reasons why.
And that's saying a lot. A well-educated Peskowitz, like many of his fellow Marines, could probably do anything. He scoffs at people who think only the poor, uneducated, and hopeless serve in today's wartime military.
It's dehumanizing. It means that they're incapable of viewing us as a human being. They can only view us as a stereotype. That means that they don't care about us. They have no interest in knowing us. They simply wish to validate their own preconceptions of us.
As reservists, these Marines do have other careers, and many quite accomplished. Peskowitz studied seminary in Israel, has a degree in political science, and is working on a master's in diplomacy and terrorism.
To me, the global war on terrorism is a very personal matter. It's thinking that it could have happened to me, I could have been a casualty, and so sometimes you have to stand up and put a stop to it where the root is.
Peskowitz and his fellow Marines from New York bravely do just that.
I just want to say to everyone in New York that for all the people who come out every year at Fleet Week, who come out and cheer us and give us love every St. Patty's Day, every Memorial Day, every Veterans Day, we fight for you.
And for each other. Peskowitz, like most in the 2nd Battalion 25th Marines, has been in combat before. Now he and the others are going again. In the Mojave Desert, Charles Leaf, Fox 5 News.